Welcome back to Real Unboxing, and today we're going to review QNAP's new Ts-216G 2-bay NAS. This is QNAP's entry-level NAS and priced at $239 at the time of this review. So in this review, we're going to go over the features, specs, benchmarks, and also figure out why this QNAP is an excellent buy for you. First, do a quick unboxing and see its contents. The unit comes with a NAS system, an external power supply, an Ethernet cable, screws for 2.5-inch hard drive, and a quick start guide. Now let's look at the specs. The NAS is powered by ARM quad-core processor, 4 GB RAM, built-in NPU for AI, Mali G52 graphics. It can accept 2.5-inch and 3.5-inch hard drives, up to 39 TB capacity. It supports multiple file system and RAID configurations, and it uses between 5 watt idle and 14 watts of power during active use. The NAS weighs only 3.19 pounds. On the front of the NAS, there's a power button, an LED status indicator for hard drives and network, and there's a USB port and a USB copy button. And in the back, there's a single fan that keeps the internal hardware drives from overheating. There are two USB 2 ports, one 2.5 gig LAN port and one 1 gig LAN port, and a power supply connection. Now let's talk about installation and performance. The QNAP Ts-216G can support both 2.5-inch hard drives and 3.5-inch hard drives. For this setup, you're using 2.5-inch SSD and 4TB Seagate Iron Wolf SATA NAS drives. Iron Wolf hard drives are an excellent choice for NAS setups. They are extremely reliable and have great performance and low power consumption. Installation of the 3.5-inch hard drives are extremely easy. QNAP provides screwless mounting option. Just align the drives against the mounts and secure it with the mounting clips. But for 2.5-inch hard drive, you have to align the drive with the mounting holes and use the provided screws, and remove the toolless mounting clip on the side of the hard drive. The QNAP Ts-216G uses QNAP's excellent QTS operating system. It is a web-based NAS OS that makes the configuration and managing it extremely easy. I attach the NAS to my router, power it up, go to the IP address of the NAS. First, you will be prompted to set up NAS server name, admin account, and set up password. Then just follow the instructions to complete the initial setup. There are plenty of options available to create the different type of volumes and more. So let's do some performance test. So we did a file transfer read and write test, and also we'll play a 4K video file from the NAS to see how its hardware handles media streaming. For this test, we used a 2.5G Ethernet port on the QNAP, which was connected to 10 GB server. We transferred 6 GB file from the server to the QNAP, and we were able to get close to 300 megabytes per second read and write speed for SSD volume, as expected, and over 200 megabytes per second speed for both read and write using 3.5-inch Seagate drive. These are excellent numbers and show the benefit of having 2.5G LAN port option versus 1 gig LAN port, which you can find on most of the competition, and would limit the transfer speed to 112 megabytes per second regardless of the drive speed. And during the transfer, CPU RAM utilization was extremely low. For the next test, we are going to play a 4K at 60 frames per second MP4 video clip from the NAS to see how the CPU will handle the 4K media streaming. For this test, we're using an iPhone, a laptop computer connected to the QNAP using a QNAP's app, and we're going to play a 4K file on both devices at the same time to see how NAS performs with multiple users playing video files. Here you have the option to either play the 4K file in its original resolution, or you can play with different resolution. We will play the original 4K resolution to see how QNAP performs. To my surprise, the CPU and GPU handle the 4K video playback from multiple sources without any problem. This is a great performance by the consumer level QNAP and Seagate Iron Wolf NAS hard drives. So what are you supposed to use that NPU for? The answer is, it helps the image recognition. QNAP did a fantastic job with this photo software. It basically lets you set up your own private alternate to Google Photo or Apple iCloud. It lets you view your images on any device with the internet connection. An NPU can help its identifying people, places, and things in the photo to help sort things out. You can search your photos more quickly. According to QNAP, it speeds things up to 600% and uses extremely less power. The NPU can also use for subscription-based surveillance software for face recognition. QNAP also did a great job with the cooling design. The rear fan's airflow also helps cool the CPU heatsink, and during our test, I hardly hear the fan noise, and the NAS temperature stayed under control. When it comes to upgradability, you cannot upgrade the RAM. Now let's review the QNAP's QTS operating system and setup options. The admin center has a very clean interface. First, when you log in, you will also be presented with the firmware update if there is any. The process is very simple and will automatically install the firmware and reboot the system. The new firmware brings some great improvements, so highly recommend updating the software. The main page provides all the main categories to choose: control panel, file station, storage, snapshot, MyQNAPCloud, App Center, Help Center, virtualization guide, iSCSI and fiber channel, and malware remover. Control panel provides you all the system settings, where you can set up general settings, hardware information, firmware update, and more. Here you will also see the options to create users, groups, manage access permission for local and domain users. File station will provide option to create shared drives and more. Storage and snapshot will allow you to configure storage pools, create volume, and take snapshots for your storage. Also will allow you to configure RAID, JBOD, and other configuration options. The App Center has hundreds of apps to choose from. These apps inside QNAP branded and third-party apps. As you can install these apps, you can add them to your desktop along with other programs. But keep in mind, the more apps you install, the more RAM will be utilized, and it can affect the performance of the NAS. There's also a system health window on the right side of the screen. It shows hardware information, CPU, RAM, and LAN usage, and also disk information. QNAP's hardware temperature, health information, and scheduled tasks, and latest information from the QNAP. There are plenty of configuration options in the QNAP QTS operating system, which is A+ in my opinion, to keep the consumer and advanced users happy. QNAP also offers mobile apps to configure all the settings from the apps. Also, you can back up phone pictures to the NAS, access your files, and play multimedia files using these apps. Let's do the final summary. The Qnap Ts-216G is an excellent NAS for home user looking for personal cloud or local storage to either back up their data or share photos or use it as a multimedia streaming server. It performed extremely well in all those categories and priced only $239 at the time of this review. The NAS's ability to handle multiple 4K streams, great read and write speeds, Plex compatibility, NPU for AI-powered photo apps, streamline photo management, and more. QNAP offered dual NIC 2.5 gig and 1 gig network card are an excellent option for more network bandwidth and redundancy. On that basis, I highly recommend Qnap Ts-216G Nas to anyone who's in the market for an affordable NAS with excellent performance and great setup for apps. Let me know what you guys think of the Qnap Ts-216G Nas in the comments below. If you like this video, please like and sub to the channel and hit the bell icon for notifications for the future videos. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.